This video is for you if you're curious about life as an art student. From my perspective, if you want to know what my experience was in art school in 1988, 89, 90, because that's when I went to the School of the Art Institute of Chicago. I graduated, and I would like to share what my experience was. I'm going to take it apart piece by piece. So if that's interesting to you, please like and subscribe to my channel, because that's what I'm going to be talking about for the next 10-20 videos. Art school. My experiences in art school. Say hi to Sphinx. Say hi. He's a cane corso for anyone who is curious what humongous of a dog he is. He's a cane corso, and he'll probably be video bombing the he'll be video bombing, okay, from time to time. Anyway, so
be good.
But I think he figured out I'm gonna put him in the basement if he doesn't behave himself. Anyways, I say he's a they them pronoun because he act different when his master is really home. He act totally different. But with me, he be trying to run me over. Okay, so now that he is calm, laying down, being a good boy, let's talk. So when you have a group of students and the professor, the art instructor, the TA, they have a format. So we're going to discuss each person's artwork for a certain amount of time. They have a questionnaire basically asking you what you were trying to do. This is how my experience was. I don't know what classes run like now, because I did do 2 visiting artists events at the School of the Art Institute since graduating, and each one was slightly different. However, I know that you get a platform to speak, you get a time to speak, and there is a certain respect given to you, and you get a time allowance. See, you didn't ease back on over here. Your power lies in what you're able to organically communicate to your viewer without you talking, okay? So the first experience with art is a nonverbal experience. So if you present, like my dolly, right? Present my dolls, you're going to get your emotion. Before I tell you anything, what am I trying to do? Who are they supposed to be, right? What's going on, right? So in art school, what we would do is we would present our work, and then also there were opportunities for people to, as you were working in your studio or on your wall. I did my bachelor's at the School of the Art Institute of Chicago, not my master's. I did my master's in a whole nother subject, education. But so as you present what your artwork is, you pretty much that's your first impression right there, right? That's the first impression. So you're able to say what you're getting. Get something, get nothing. Your mind goes off. You think about something. This is the first time I'm presenting this piece, right? So you get to figure out, and you get to say what you're getting from it, if anything. You may say, I'm not getting anything. What were you trying to talk about when you did that? It was ineffective, or I've seen it 100 times. And because I've seen it 100 times, I'm bored. Critiques could be brutal. That was my experience at the Art Institute. If you didn't nail whatever it is that if you didn't slightly nail it in any kind of way, someone's going to let you know during critique that you failed. And that was rough, when you so say you don't hit the mark, or you don't communicate the story or the emotion that you wanted to make, but you made something, making something off your track, off your goal. Say you didn't communicate what you wanted to communicate, but you communicated something, and maybe the people loved it. Maybe they loved what they felt. And you're talking to others, art students too. So see, that was another thing where with my art, I always said artists are people too. Artists are people. So it didn't matter to me whether or not the person was looking at my artwork from an artistic lens or from a non-artist lens, because people who are not artists, they'll say things like, I don't understand art, I don't get art, but that's kind of cool. So in terms of what I was trying to do is I was just trying to get that response from people. In most cases, I just wanted to go, oh yeah, that's visually stimulating. Yeah, I'll watch that. So I was a performance artist, but I did do painting, I did do drawing, and I did take some design classes at the School of the Art Institute. One of the things I'm going to do on this channel, as I talk about my experience at art school or in art school, I'm going to take apart one of those transcripts, because I don't have my diploma anymore because I graduated in 1990, and my diploma, I moved like 20 times since 1990. And I don't know what happened to my diploma, but I do have my transcripts. And so as we do this series on YouTube, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up one of those transcripts, maybe order another one just in case, because it's hard to get those transcripts now with COVID and limited capacity of opening and things like that. I don't want to open up that transcript, and then, because that's another thing, like when you open your transcripts, you're supposed to give a sealed transcript to whatever place you're applying to, but whatever. So this video was about what critiques gave to me, and how art critiques were valuable to me. And that was one experience that I had during art school, was art critique. That is something that you don't get that in, you still can't get that on Facebook, on Instagram, on any other, I guess in discourse, because my son is in some of these Twitch streams, but he built up his following, so they have a genuine connection, a genuine communication lines are open. But in terms of art school, you didn't really have to know the people who were giving you the critiques very well. You had different classes, and we would have open critiques. So we had some critiques that were closed just for the class, and then we would have other critiques where the whole school, the whole student body would come out and look at the work. So it depends on what kind of show it was or whatever. So talking about work, talking about how it lands. So that was one of the biggest factors, one of the biggest pluses of being in art school, was getting a feeling of getting feedback, constructive feedback. That was the goal in showing your artwork to your peers, and talking to the instructors, because the instructors were people who had been artists for a while, who had done shows, who had some level of success in what they were teaching, and so they knew what was out there. They knew what galleries wanted, they knew what venues expected, and so they were basically looking at our work and saying, yeah, you could probably get a show, or nah, you're gonna have to expound on that a little bit better, you know, you're gonna need more on the same subject, blah, blah, blah. And I tell you, it's hard right now to get feedback. And if you don't get constructive, honest feedback on what you're doing, then you can just be wasting your time on something, thinking about something, writing something, drawing something, and not knowing if anyone's gonna care or if it's gonna amount to anything. And it's so hard to tell, like, your haters out there. The haters are the main one talking, but they're not giving you constructive feedback. They're just kind of poking you in these like weak spots and not giving you a solution for it, you know? So to stay on the positive, so most of my experiences with art school, I felt at the time were very positive. Now, I will go into some negative things about art school as well, but that would be at the end. And I'm going to talk about all the positive aspects of being an Art Institute of Chicago student from 1987 to 1990. And that's going to be my experience. I will invite anybody who was in school with me during that time. If y'all got 2 or 3 minutes of stuff to say or some photographs, because I have no pictures. Them pictures that I took back in those years are someplace with that diploma in another dimension, another ether. So Kiara has nothing, you know. Occasionally I see a picture of myself in someone else's thing, but it's very rare. I was camera shy back there, and I was taking pictures of other people and things, but I couldn't keep up with all that stuff. So I just had my memories, and that's what we're gonna go on. So thank you for watching, and I hope this was valuable to you, and I hope that you come back to find out more of my art school experiences. I'm excited about this series. I feel like it is valuable for people. And yes, I still do art. That's a piece I did, and it's the second piece that I've had framed in my entire life. So like I said, I was a performance artist. I didn't come out of art school going, oh yeah, I'm gonna draw and paint. But I'm actually doing all the things that I didn't think I was gonna do right now. So it's kind of interesting too. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to this video so I can go live, because when I get 1,000 followers, I'll be able to go live and do live instructions. So that's one of the goals of this campaign, this art school life, is to create a online live YouTube art viewing, art making experience. So for those people who haven't gone to art school because it's too expensive or not conducive to whatever your life right now, you can do some Kiara Sorology. You know, get your feet wet, get a taste of it. So I need 1,000 subscribers to make that happen for y'all though. So take care, bye. Okay, let's see if we can get through this without, he thinks I'm talking to him. I am not talking to you, buddy. I'm not talking to you. Go lay down. Oh.